Guardian's Project Central provides powerful insights into your project models in real time. To access Guardian's Project Central, for company administrators, it's always available in the Revit ribbon, and for project administrators, it's only available for projects in which they are assigned project administrators. Project Central's dialog can be moved to a second monitor as it sits over Revit, allowing for the normal use of Revit while keeping up to date in real time of what's happening within the project model. As Project Central relies on Guardian's Backstage for the flow of data, the data is updated live and is not dependent on user syncs with Central. Just like in Guardian's Projects menu, the administrator has access to the project's assigned administrators, project configurations, and mapping configurations, providing quick access to make updates to these settings. In the lower left-hand corner, it is recommended to select Open at Project Startup to ensure you're being kept up to date on what's happening within the project model. Guardian's Project Central is organized in a series of drop-down tabs that provide specific data on how the users are interacting with the project model and Guardian. Under Sync Traffic Control, all the active users within the model are listed along with their sync activities. From here, administrators can remind users to sync with Central and keep tabs on their progress. To demonstrate, the administrator of the active project is reminded to sync with Central. Learn more about Sync Traffic Control in the link provided. Under Guardian Messages, messages can be sent and received. For project administrators, they will be able to send messages only to the projects and project groups they are assigned to. In addition to sending messages to the project and project group, company administrators can send company-wide messages that will go to all Revit end users within the company that have Guardian installed. When creating and editing messages, the text editor has all the same editing capabilities as with the Guardian command messages. A feature of Guardian Messages includes capturing a screenshot of the active Revit view that will embed an image that is also a clickable link, taking the recipient directly to that view in Revit. For each message, an expiration date can be set. By default, the expiration date is set to 1 week. By deselecting the expiration date, messages will stay in the inbox indefinitely, which means users who come into the model after the message was sent will retroactively receive those messages. This is a great way to provide new users onboarding details about the project or firm. Lastly, the messages can be filtered by an extensive list of options as shown. Project at a Glance provides a quick view of all the elements that users have allowed into the model in the ways Guardian is meant to help prevent. For some elements, such as groups, a renaming button is provided to ensure elements are named in accordance with the standards and best practices. The Show in Project button provides administrators direct access to the elements within the project model for further investigation. Users at a Glance provides an overview of the activity of each user in the project model. By selecting the filter, the list of users updates based on who's been in the model during that given time frame. By selecting the cog, specific data points within the user's at a glance dialog can be turned on or off. There are 5 distinct datasets provided. Sessions show how many times and for how long the users have been in the model for the selected time frame. Properties show how many project properties have been added, mapped, or deleted by the user. Commands show how many of Guardian's proactive protections have been executed or protected. And Revit warnings show how many Revit warnings have been generated by the user. Project Central also provides key information about the user's Revit, Guardian, and Autodesk desktop connector versions. Keeping team members consistent and up to date with their Autodesk installs is difficult at best, and Project Central provides administrators the key information to help keep everyone on the team up to date. By clicking on any of the blue numbers, we'll filter the activity feed below to only those actions, providing quick analysis into those specific actions. Project Central's timeline provides critical model performance information. With file size, the changes in the project model file size can be seen over the time frame selected. By selecting the drop-down menu, other model performance criteria can be reviewed. Project sessions show when users have opened and closed the project model. The vertical black dotted lines represent when users have synced with Central. The horizontal dashed lines indicate the project model has been left open as the computer goes into sleep mode or is locked. Lines that do not terminate with a dot indicate the project model has been closed without syncing or possibly crashed. By clicking on the session line of an individual user, we'll filter the activity feed below to all the activities performed during that project session. Time to open tracks how long it took each user to open the project model. Longer open times by everyone could indicate performance issues with the project model, while individuals with longer open times could indicate hardware or network issues associated with that user's machine. Time to sync tracks how long it took for each user to sync with Central. Just like with time to open, longer open times by everyone could indicate performance issues within the project model, while individuals with longer open times could indicate hardware or network issues associated with that user's machine. And warnings show how many warnings have been generated by individual users across the time frame selected. The activity feed provides real-time data on how users are interacting with the project model and Guardian's proactive protection activity. The activity feed can be filtered by commands, Revit warnings, sync with Central, or transactions. By clicking on an activity, detailed information is provided. For Guardian commands with the screenshot icon indicates a screenshot has been captured. The comment icon indicates the user has left a comment. As shown, detailed information about the given activity is provided along with which elements were affected by the action. Before and after screenshots are included with some commands, which can be downloaded. The screenshots can also be turned off within the project configuration if need be. Project Central can be made available for Revit end users under Company Settings. Under the cog icon, the various sections of Project Central can be turned on or off depending on how much information is needed by the firm's Revit end users. Project Central can be accessed without having the project model open. Under the Projects dialog, simply find the project model in question and select Project Central from the bottom of the dialog. From here, administrators will have access to all the information that Project Central provides as if they were in the active project model. Guardian's Project Central provides an incredible amount of information about who and how users are working within the project models, while providing valuable insights into how Guardian is helping maintain healthy and high-performing project models.